Good evening, this is Tamara Sweeney from Love Dominates, and I am making this video tonight because I am very heartbroken over another situation that has recently happened. We lost another great parent. Not that I personally knew this person. They were just another Facebook friend. But it's just another person that was targeted by our court system, that was a loving parent, that was incarcerated for no reason at all. I don't want to give too much detail on that case, but what I do want to say, I am so tired of this. This has happened. I mean, I've been going through it myself now for almost 8 years. In November, still I have not seen my two older boys, my daughter, and now my son, and for no reason at all, for absolutely no reason at all. What I really want to stress is, if you are thinking of getting a divorce, do it by yourself. Don't go through the court systems. Just separate. There's no reason to get a piece of paper saying you're divorced. Who cares? Who cares? The court system. I personally will never look up to a judge again. I will never give a judge credibility, a lawyer, and certain therapists. And the reason why is they intentionally destroy your families for money. This is all a money pit. And I advise people to stay out of family court. My advice is, don't even get married. Don't even get married anymore. If you get married, do it in a special way with you and your partner. Do not go through the court systems, because then they own you. They eventually can come after your assets, your children, because your children are now a commodity. They will take your children and throw them into a mental home, even if they don't have problems, because then they can make money off the drugs that they're giving your kids, which they don't need to be drugged. No pill is going to cure anything. The only thing that cures is love. Okay? So everybody needs love in their life. A child, an adult, an elderly person. That's all anyone ever really wants, isn't it? Is love in their life. The court system. Stay out of family court. I need to wake up America, because nobody understands parental alienation. Parental alienation is real. They keep trying to say, call it a different word, call it a different name. It is what it is. When one parent targets another parent and alienates the children from that other parent for no reason at all, that's parental alienation. Because no child wants to be separated from their parent. It's the bottom line. None. So if you're a normal parent and you see the children clinging to one parent, and they're telling you all these stories that, my parent did this, my parent did that, and I hate that parent. I will never speak to that parent again. That child's brainwashed. Look at the alienated parent's behaviors. You'll see the same behaviors coming out of that child. The parent that's the loving parent is the parent without the children. And the court system, they just go where the money is. And they will beat that parent down until suicide or death. I lost my mom due to my divorce. And what I found out, and it's in a journal, think about it. My ex hires my brother. We don't speak to my brother, still till this day. My ex hires my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law has to divorce my sister. My ex hires the neighbors. The neighbors all now are drinking the Kool-Aid. This has been going on forever. People have to understand the true meaning of what's going on. And my ex told the children to kill me, that they would get away with it. because I deserved it. Nobody deserves that treatment. I don't care what I've done. I'm not perfect. Do I sin? Of course. But do I deserve to be treated that way? Absolutely not. This video right now is about equality. Every man, every woman should be treated equally. I don't care if you're black or you're white, Asian, we're all one human race. We should all be treated equally. We should be learning from each other's cultures, gaining knowledge from each other's cultures, not fighting against each other, not battling against each other. There's something we can learn from that. It's called life experiences. I don't get why people choose to fight or to create war for no reason at all. To hurt a child, to strip a child from their life, to strip a child from love, that should be a law. I know it's God's law. And I know all these people, the narcissists, the judges, the lawyers, the therapists, the people that are involved in intentionally destroying families, God will take care of you. Hell is for eternity. And, you know, God wants us to forgive. I've forgiven my family. Absolutely forgive them. I honest to God believe it's a mental illness. And my ex was taught these behaviors by his mother. And it just keeps going down the family tree. My fault for falling in love in a young age. At 25, I fell in love with someone I didn't know. Anyway, I am making a commitment right now to ending this parental alienation. And I want a role model for my kids to never, ever allow anyone to treat you with disrespect, to kick you down, to belittle you, especially when you know in your heart you're a good person. Anyone that does this, you need to look at yourself, because someone that's bullying someone is someone that has their own fears of insecurity, their own fears of shame and guilt. And until they face those fears, they're never going to have a normal life. And it's sad. It's very sad. So, I'm very hurt. I'm very, it's heart-wrenching to know. And even my own mother died without seeing her grandkids. My mom was a school teacher. She loved kids in general. And for her not to see her own grandkids, and for me to find my mother's journal talking about her son, my ex, and my mother-in-law beating her down and trying to cut me and my sister out of a will. How sad. It's all due to money. And it's all due to one angry person that is targeting you. And who ends up getting hurt the most? The children. And that targeted parent, or the targeted grandparent. And that child loses out on a whole entire family. It's not worth it. These parents this year, for 2018, men and women, both fathers and mothers, that have either committed suicide or died because of the stress of parental alienation. God bless them. I think I'm going to start putting them on Love Dominates site so they are remembered forever. And I want to reach out to those kids and say, your mother and father loved you, but the courts and your other parent chose to be vindictive. Choose love over hate, compassion over judgment in everything you do, because love conquers all. Love cures all. Love done.